Before the world wakes up, the sun begins its daily work of turning these green vines into a sea of deep crimson.
True quality starts at the roots, anchored in a soil that has been nurtured for generations to produce the perfect fruit.
A farmer knows his crop by touch, sensing the peak of ripeness before the eye even registers that final shade of red.
From this height, you can see the dedication in every row, a geometric masterpiece built on the hope of a bountiful season.
There is an incredible complexity in a single leaf, a tiny engine working tirelessly to transform water and light into flavor.
The cycle begins again with the heavy iron, preparing the Earth's bed to receive the life that will sustain us all. We break the ground to let it breathe, ensuring the roots will have an easy path as they search for the Earth's riches. Precision in the field is a point of pride, laying down the foundation for a crop that grows with absolute consistency. Through the heat and the dust, the farmer remains the steady hand, guiding the future of the American table.
Giving the soil exactly what it needs is an investment in the taste and nutrition of every tomato we grow.
The soil tells a story if you know how to listen, and right now, it's whispering that it's ready for the season to start.
It's the small, manual tasks that often determine the success of the harvest, securing the lifelines of the entire field.
Every vine needs a backbone, and we build this framework to support the weight of the bounty that is yet to come. A steady trellis means the fruit stays off the ground, keeping it clean, healthy, and reaching for the sky. Every great vine starts as a tiny, fuzzy seed, a blueprint for the flavor of a perfect summer afternoon.
Starting in the nursery gives us a controlled beginning, protecting the vulnerable life from the harsh whims of early spring.
Automation allows us to plant thousands of potential vines with a level of precision that ensures a uniform start for the entire crop.
The right depth is the difference between a struggling sprout and a vigorous plant that's ready to take on the world.
There is a silent, unstoppable energy in the way a tomato shoot breaks the surface, reaching instinctively for the warmth. In the nursery, we create the perfect climate, a gentle mist that keeps the young leaves hydrated and the roots happy.
Sometimes, the human eye is still the best sensor we have, ensuring that every corner of the greenhouse gets the care it deserves.
We are reimagining the farm, using vertical solutions to grow stronger plants with a smaller footprint on our precious land. Every hair and every lobe is designed to absorb the energy that will eventually become the sweetness of a vine-ripened fruit.
The day has come for these young plants to leave the safety of the greenhouse and face the reality of the open sky. Across the acres, we move the future of the harvest to the ground, where it will grow tall and bear the weight of summer.
We prepare a place for every plant, ensuring they have the room they need to spread their roots and their branches. A healthy transplant is the key to a healthy field, and we handle these young lives with the respect their potential deserves.
Moving these young plants to the soil is like passing the torch to the earth itself, trusting the land to do its work. As the days grow longer, the vines begin their upward journey, climbing toward the sun with a fierce and steady determination. The stem is the highway of the plant, carrying the lifeblood of the earth up to the leaves and the developing fruit. Under the intense summer sun, the field becomes a vibrant forest of green, a living testament to the power of American agriculture.
We deliver every drop with precision, ensuring the plants stay hydrated during the peak of the summer heat without wasting a single gallon.
A summer rain is a welcome guest, washing the dust from the leaves and giving the vines a much-needed drink of pure life.
A splash of yellow in a sea of green signals the first arrival of the fruit, the beautiful precursor to a red harvest.
Our bees are the essential workers of the vine, performing the vital task that turns a blossom into a tomato.
A thriving bee population is the mark of a healthy farm, a natural partnership that has sustained our fields for centuries.
We guide the growth of the vine, removing the distractions so the plant can focus all its energy on producing the perfect fruit. Support is a full-time job in the tomato field,
making sure every branch has the strength to carry its heavy load toward the sun.
From a tiny blossom comes the first green gem, a small but certain promise that the harvest is finally on its way.
Watching the fruit swell is the most rewarding part of the season, seeing the earth's energy take a solid and beautiful form. As the orange deepens, the flavor intensifies, a slow-motion alchemy performed by the sun and the soil working in perfect harmony. This is the final result of months of care. A fruit so red and so heavy with flavor that it's almost ready to fall into your hand. The vines never stop their work, even in the cool of the night, as they pull the last of the day's warmth into the fruit.
There's a specific feel to a ripe tomato, a perfect balance of firmness and give that tells us it's finally ready for the table.
Nature gives us 1,000 tiny signals, and we've learned to read every one of them to ensure we pick at the perfect moment.
Across these acres, the harvest sits in wait, a sea of crimson that represents the very best of what the American heartland can produce.
Even the smallest residents of the field know when the fruit is at its peak, part of a natural cycle that we are proud to protect.
The snap of a vine is the final signal that a season of care and hard work has finally come to fruition. A delicate fruit requires a delicate touch. We harvest by hand to ensure that the quality we grew in the field makes it to your home.
Speed is important, but care is paramount, and every tomato in this crate represents the culmination of a summer's worth of effort. The rows are full of the rewards of our labor, ready to begin the journey from the dark earth to the bright lights of the market. Logistics in the field are a constant dance, moving the harvest as quickly as possible to preserve the freshness we've worked so hard to create. We take pride in every step, making sure the fruit looks as good as it tastes before it ever leaves the shade of our farm.
This is where the local farm connects to the rest of the country, as our harvest begins its journey to kitchens far and wide.
As the truck disappears into the distance, we know we've sent the very best of our land to the families who are waiting for it. The harvest arrives at the hub of the food chain, where the speed of the field meets the precision of modern distribution.
Keeping the tomatoes at the perfect temperature is the key to maintaining that just-picked flavor all the way to your grocery store.
We hold ourselves to the highest standards, ensuring that only the most perfect fruit carries the name of our farm into the world.
Technology helps us maintain a level of consistency that ensures every tomato you buy is as good as the last one you enjoyed.
Every step of our process is designed with the tomato's delicate nature in mind, protecting the quality we've spent months growing.
Not every tomato is a superstar, but every one of them has a place in the food system, making sure we use every bit of the harvest. A final rinse in pure water ensures that the tomatoes are as clean and safe as they are delicious, ready for your family's table. We prep the fruit for its final wrap, making sure it's dry and protected for the last leg of its journey to the grocery store. That label is our signature, a promise of flavor and quality that we stand behind with every tomato we grow and pack. The way we pack our fruit is a reflection of the pride we take in our work, making sure it reaches the store in peak condition.
One last check to make sure everything is perfect, because we know our reputation is on the line with every single box.
The last step of the journey is about to begin, as the harvest we grew in the sun heads for the bright lights of the city. From the large semi to the local delivery van, the network of the harvest is always moving to keep the freshest food on your table.
There's nothing like the sight of a fresh tomato at the local market to remind us of the simple joys of a summer harvest.
Our goal is to bring that farm-fresh experience to everyone, no matter where they live or where they choose to shop.
When you choose a tomato from our farm, you're bringing home a piece of our land and a whole lot of summer sunshine.
That smell is the smell of a real tomato, grown in real soil, and it's a memory of summer that stays with you all year long.
The journey is complete when the harvest finds its place in your home, ready to become the centerpiece of your next meal.
The first slice is a revelation of flavor, a burst of sweetness and acidity that only a vine-ripened tomato can provide.
This is the ultimate expression of our work, a simple, perfect dish that honors the flavor of the land and the care of the farmer.
At the end of the season, the greatest reward is knowing we've done right by the land and by the people who rely on us.
The cycle of the vine is a cycle of life, a timeless American story of growth,